It's that official time. Where we take this worldwide. Let's go. Listen. So now it's time to turn it up. Surf the radio waves as we begin to burn it up. We all up in your area like landscape. Definitely bringing you the Powerslams Pancakes. It's a mandate that you tune in. It's time to move out so we can move in and recognize that this is no illusion. I'm here to clear the air so that there is no confusion. It all started off in the book of Genesis when Jacob was wrestling with who he thought was his nemesis. And when the man saw he couldn't overpower him, he touched his hip but he really couldn't devour him. And from that point then we hear a name change, rearrange the game, so now we gotta change lanes. So I'm here to let you know it's time to listen to the Pancake and Powerslams Show. Let's go! Turn it up, it's the Pancake and Powerslams. Turn it up, it's the Pancake and Powerslams. Turn it up, it's the Pancake and Powerslams Show. Turn it up, it's the Pancake and Powerslams. Turn it up, it's the Pancake and Powerslams. Turn it up, it's the Pancake and Powerslams Show. Turn it up.
whole time, y'all. Wow. My apologies, everybody. My apologies, everybody. So let's with this intro, my mic mutes. Thank y'all for still staying on while you was watching me with the muted mic. My apologies, everybody. I was explaining how Raw was, and the condensed version of my explanation is it was fun. I had a good time. It was lots of fun. But the show sucked. This is all as always. The answer to this question, Ricky, is no, I don't have a new belt. Those are the three that I have right there, right here, right there, and right here. Those are the three that I have: the Big O belt, the WWE Championship, and the Attitude Era, bro, WWE Championship, which is my second favorite title. And the $1 million title was there was a bunch of us just having fun. We were trading belts and taking pictures. So the $1 million belt is what someone else had, and I got the belt, and then we took pictures. So it was lots of fun. I had a good time. I haven't missed a Raw live show in like 20 years. And I have a good time every time I go because we make fun. And even my voice is gotten hoarse. Yesterday was fine, but today has gotten hoarse because I was just starting chants, and I do this every single time I'm at a wrestling show. I go old school on them, and I just start saying random wrestlers and just cracking up everybody near me. And so I was sitting on the floor, and I started just saying a bunch of random wrestlers' names like Pez Watley and Gentleman Chris Adams and the Missing Link, Bastion Booger, just saying a bunch of random wrestlers. And it was Coco Beware, a lot of funny stuff. So just having a good time. It was fun. The build to stand and deliver super week, like I said before, man. Not a big. I don't follow outside of social media. I do not follow NXT. I heard that Braun Breaker and Tommaso Ciampa beat the Dirty Dogs, and Ciampa was on. Ciampa had his Steiner singlet on. So I don't even know who's on the card for Stand and Deliver. I knew that Pete Dunne was feuding with Tony D'Angelo just because I splurged. I binged one time and was just watching some highlights from different weeks. I usually catch all the pay-per-views, but that's as far as NXT as I go. I just watch the pay-per-views. Although I don't think I watched the last one. I don't think I watched the last one, the takeovers. I think I've watched just about all the takeovers, but I may have not watched the last one, or may have watched it like later on. But yeah, I'm just not into NXT, man. And that's sad because I used to watch NXT every week. I mean, every single week I used to watch NXT, and I was a big fan of it. And now, unfortunately, my interest for NXT has substantially declined. Not because of Braun Breaker. I think Braun Breaker has a bunch of potential. I think he's going to be a big star. And I think that trying to adjust my headset here. Hold on a second. Let me adjust my headset. Do not adjust your headset, but adjust your headset, brother. There we go. Now we're in business. Let me close this. Hold on a second. Let me adjust my headset. There we go. There we go, bro. Gotta make it even. These headsets are super durable. There we go. And the noise cancellation on these things are astonishing. Fantastic. Big fan of it. Yeah, so I don't follow NXT, man. Unfortunately. Although like a show by show, I don't follow it. I still am aware of what's going on based on, like I said, following it through social media, but I have no idea what the standard deliver card is. No idea. Like a deer with no eyes. I have no idea. So let's find out what the standard deliver card is. Let's find out. So we have, let's see. Yeah, I don't even know. Okay, so 2022. Oh, so Braun Breaker versus Dolph Ziggler is the. I mean, that's a good spot for. That's a good spot for Dolph Ziggler. I mean, he definitely wasn't going to get a better spot than this on the regular Mania card. So this is definitely the best spot for Dolph Ziggler. Ladder match for the NXT North American Championship, Carmelo Hayes versus, we don't know yet. Okay, it says, okay, so one page says Braun Breaker versus Dolph Ziggler, and the other page says Braun Breaker versus to be determined. So I definitely think Braun Breaker versus Dolph Ziggler, from an NXT perspective, is a decent, decent. It's decent. So where does that leave Robert Roode, though? I don't know. And does Dolph Ziggler move the NXT needle at all? I don't see that happening. But I'm not opposed to Raw and SmackDown talent going to NXT to bring more interest in the shows. Great show with the great Bill Apter. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Very, very much. It was very fun. It was a very easy show. It was so fun. Do I think Tony Khan's big announcement will be a big letdown as always? Yes, I do. It'll be the signing of I don't know. Mini-Me. There you go. Hey, Seuss, what's up, man? Yeah, I think I saw you leave a voice message, man. It's just hard for me to keep up and check those, man. I'm just so busy. I'm glad you catch me here on the show, man. I really don't talk much wrestling outside of my shows because I think wrestling, I'm just so unenthused with the state of professional wrestling that I don't. There's a small group of people that I talk wrestling about on a frequent basis, and that's more of just talking about news. But outside of that, man, I'm the state of professional wrestling. I started watching wrestling 26, 27 years. I'm sorry, 36 to 37 years ago. Mid 80s is when I start watching wrestling, and man, yeah, very fortunate. Hall of Fame week. I don't think the Hall of Fame's weak because I think, like I've shared this before, I think The Undertaker should be the only person inducted into the Hall of Fame. I think so. The rumors are true and they end up brand split. That's a good idea. And is that a good idea in your opinion? No, it's not. I don't see that being good. Because right now people are being underutilized on brand splits. Just imagine if they come together. They do it. They do this all the time. They come together just to split because people are just not interested, man. They don't do a good job booking the both brands together. Let me pull up the Revolution predictions. Let's see. Jade Cargill beats Ty Conti, definitely. AHFO against Sting, Darby Allin, and Sammy Guevara. I think the babyfaces win there. Red Dragon, Jurassic Express, and we'll see who the other team will be as of tomorrow. As of today here on the East Coast. I think they'll probably drop the title off of Jurassic Express. I can see Red Dragon winning the title. I think Eddie Kingston beats Jericho. I think John Moxley beats Bryan Danielson. I think Keith Lee wins the. I think Keith Lee wins the TNT. I can see. No, I wouldn't say Warlock because I can see an MJF feud going with him. I see Keith Lee winning. I think Thunder Rosa pulls it off. I think she beats Dr. Big Breaker DMD. MJF beats CM Punk. And I think that Paige beats Adam Cole. We haven't had enough momentum yet coming from Paige yet. He hasn't had the title long enough. But that's the problem with the AEW though, because they're bringing so much of that. They're bringing so much pop that you're losing the concentration, the fact that you're supposed to be popping for the babyface, which is Hangman Page. People just are losing that. I don't like it. Who do you think facing Brock at MSG? I think Goldberg. I don't think so. I think it'll probably be Seth Rollins. I can see Seth Rollins. Steiner Brothers may be inducted to the Hall of Fame. No, I haven't heard that. I like the Steiner Brothers in the Hall of Fame. I really don't have too many thoughts. I'm just praying. I'm just praying for them, for sure, for Ukraine. Praying for Ukraine. Cesaro. Okay. Again, another pop. Another pop. No volume. Yeah, let me go down. We have you, but still the music. We can still hear the music. Yeah, it's supposed to be in the back. There was no dark matches, Alonzo. There was a dark match that was supposed to be. There was a dark match that was advertised that I heard because I was doing some work for the WWE. I was doing some work there, and I was told that there was going to be a dark match, but nope, no dark match. Alonzo's asking, which Mania match are you looking forward to the most so far? None of them. Bianca and Becky Lynch, because I'm a big Bianca Belair fan, and I think that she's going to beat Becky Lynch, and I would like to see that for sure. Standard Liver doesn't fit without the pirate theme. Interesting question. Axe Doc, hashtag Axe Doc. What's up, bro? Question: do you think Southern wrestling will exist today with the cancel culture now? No, I don't. What are your thoughts and opinions about Cesaro leaving WWE? I heard he didn't get released. His contract ended, and he couldn't come to terms on a new deal. It's interesting because I don't know if I'm not sure if what he was thinking. Maybe he decided to, because I heard that the other renewals were higher than what they were offering him with the renewals for a couple other people like Owens and Zayn. So I like Cesaro, man. I think he has a ton of potential. I think he really could have been pushed very well. I really think he could have been pushed very well. But unfortunately, man, they just don't have the faith in him, man. They just didn't have the faith in him, which is weird because he's super over with the swing and everything, amazing in the ring. Vince didn't like his lack of charisma. But he had the in-ring ability to kind of atone for his lack of charisma. He was very charismatic with what he did in the ring. So, it's a rare breed to not have kind of expressive charisma and still be good. I mean, for the sake of mentioning his name, a fellow Canadian crippler, he was like that as well. No charisma, but he was incredible in the ring, and he was way over because of his in-ring work that made him reach that main event status. Let's see. Yes, there is music behind my voice. That's on purpose. Yes, they did. Which was weird that they had him come in at AEW just to be in the same position as he was last time with Seth. I thought that was so stupid. It was absolutely stupid. Like he's right back into the same position as he was doing the Monday Night Messiah gimmick. It would have been perfect if he would have came and started feuding with Malachi Black. Now he's joined. Now he's going to be a lackey on a team again. He was getting smacked around. He was getting pushed. Why would they do something like that? That's just so weird. He had so much potential, man. And just a couple of other Raw notes. People are reporting about the Orton situation. So he put his leg up, and then Dawkins pushed it, but he was intent. They were trying to play on him not reaching, but it seemed like he lost his wind. People were saying like injury, shoulder. No, I mean he had a couple bruised ribs. but he kept shaking his head no. So it was definitely unplanned as far as the Street Profits winning. But that might be their there might be their entryway to being in the tag title match at WrestleMania because of that. Things happen. I mean, Kofi Mania started because Randy Orton injured Mustafa Ali, and if Randy Orton wouldn't have injured Mustafa Ali, there would be no Kofi Mania. So it's just weird how things happen like that. Making a new title. See, there's conflicting rumors, Victor, because I heard that there's going to be the same titles, and then the plan is to kind of a Becky Lynch thing. Just have two titles and not eventually have someone get one of the titles and it starts to split again. So I've heard conflicting reports there. Who can I see as the wild card? Probably Cesaro. There you go. Cesaro. I think AEW needs a brand split. I think they need to focus more on their highlighting talent, not necessarily a brand split, but highlighting more talent on Rampage. Because you have like 100 wrestlers, and you still see a lot of the same wrestlers still on both shows. And then you spend a lot of your time with showcasing a lot of stars on AEW Dark and then Dark Elevation. I mean, as an aspiring wrestler, like if I was training at the Monster Factory or the Nightmare Factory or somebody else, whoever else's gym, the Reality of Wrestling, promotion with Booker T or just some indie promotion. If I was an aspiring wrestler and I was told that I'm going to be on Dark Elevation, I would be pumped. I mean, I would be very excited. So from the perspective of the aspiring wrestler, yeah, it makes sense. I mean, he or she would be very excited to be on Dark Elevation, but that person's getting paid pennies on the dollar compared to these names that they're acquiring from other promotions just to put them on AEW Dark. It's not even on television. Yes, the background music is something new. I'm trying out, just checking to see how it feels. Thank you for asking. I actually like this, Aaron. I'm a fan of it. Because I was thinking okay, I think Naomi should be in the tag title hunt because she's been decently used with the Ronda Rousey segment. It's weird that there has some loose ends with her and Sonya Deville, though. It would make sense if somehow she was involved in WrestleMania but they already did the solo match. It would be interesting if Sonya Deville was the ref and she was trying to screw Naomi and Sasha, and then finally they get into a position where she has to pin them. So that's how I would integrate Sonya Deville in the WrestleMania card. I would have her be the special guest referee and then eventually have to be forced to pin or submit the heels, and Naomi and Sasha would win the tag titles. I'm for Naomi and Sasha winning. I like that idea. What's going on? Well, Aaron, there's some talks that he ghosted the WWE. There's some rumors going on he ghosted WWE because allegedly, I don't know if someone just made this up and it caught wind, but there was a rumor that he was supposed to debut last week, but they wanted him to cover up his nightmare tattoo, and he didn't want to, so he ghosted WWE. That would be really weird because he would have no AEW and no WWE to land on, and so Impact Wrestling would be the next stop. And then his Impact run wasn't very good, so I'm not quite sure. We shall see. Yeah, I mean he hasn't been on television since October, 5 months ago. So it was a surprise, honestly. All right, I'm turning the music down a little bit. There we go. We'll just keep it down a little bit. What heel turn was needed? More Ed, Damian Priest. I'll say neither, Chris. I was not intrigued. I was not enthused on either one of them. Just wasn't a fan. I mean, like Ed's turning heel was like, my kids asking for candy. I mean, it happens all the time. It's nothing new, The pre-WrestleMania heel turn from Edge, the same thing happened last year. Same thing. He turned heel leading up to the match between Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan, Bryan Danielson, and didn't make sense. It was for no reason. So weird. Damian Priest turning heel was very lackluster. When he turned heel, when he cut his promo, I was like, this is what a 2022 heel turn looks like, folks. This is horrible. This is absolutely horrible for someone to actually turn heel this way. It was embarrassing. Just super embarrassing. Vince and Pat McAfee, I think Vince will actually put Austin Theory in the bunch. Pat McAfee versus Austin Theory. Why? Why are they? I mean, is it because he wants to wrestle? Is it because Pat McAfee wants to wrestle? It has to be. Because he's doing a fantastic job in play-by-play. He's absolutely the best play-by-play that they've had for a long time. He's doing a fantastic job. Why wrestle? I mean, he had good matches in NXT. He learns quick. I mean, he did pretty good in NXT. But I mean, wrestling against Vince McMahon, who's 76 years old, hasn't wrestled a match in over 10 years. No thanks. No thanks. Him and Austin Theory, for the sake of being Vince's proxy, that's a big match. That's a big marquee match for WrestleMania. And it seems like they're doing it because they want more ticket sales, and Pat McAfee has a casual fan base too from the NFL. So it seems like they're really desperate to pull in, ticket sales at this point. Austin and Owens became a thing a few weeks back. Now you got Vince and McAfee in some way. Meh. That's very odd. Thoughts on WWE calling Reigns versus Lesnar the biggest match ever? That's WWE for you, ladies and gentlemen. Just like they build Orton and Edge against the greatest match ever or something like that. Super weird. I sat on the floor in the back floor area. That's a huge match for Pat McAfee. Yep. I hear Vince versus McAfee in Mania. They say Vince determined to do it. Why? All the releases that happened with WWE was the biggest and shockest one in your opinion. Bray Wyatt didn't make any sense to me. Don't you think Pat McAfee versus Corey Graves is better due to Michael Cole? I mean, it would make more sense since Corey is cleared to wrestle again. And plus with the Corey versus Carmella stuff that's coming out now, that would make sense. But I don't really want to see that. Hopefully nobody, but to answer your question, I mean, someone like an Akira Tozawa, unfortunately, wouldn't surprise me if Tamina was let go, although I think she shouldn't be. She's just one of the most underutilized talent in the WWE. I would even say ever. I mean, it boggles my mind why she hasn't been a women's champ. She's been a tag team champ, but she's never been a women's champ. It just boggles my mind. Totally underutilized talent there. Benjamin and Cedric Alexander. Unfortunately, they're expendable at at this time. In these neck of the woods. Although I like Cedric. I mean, I like. Cedric. He's a decent guy. I've interviewed him before. Shelton Benjamin, awesome talent, but I just don't see WWE having a lot of investment in them. Who else can I see leaving? They don't want to let Mustafa go. I can see Mace going, unfortunately. Wouldn't surprise me if Shanky went either. Yeah, those releases won't surprise me. Seth Owens winning tag titles himself. It's also versus Owens fit at Mania. I see Reigns winning at Mania and then Rock confronting Reigns. Perhaps. I actually see Austin. Were you set behind the announcers? Yes, I was behind the row behind the announcers. Seth and Owens winning tag titles. No, I don't see them. I see Austin coming back to Raw next week and building that feud up. Since there will only be 2 more Raw shows to build a feud between Austin and Owens. Super odd. Teco Cain Velasquez. I don't know enough information to know about the the shooting that is reported. I don't know. It's still a developing story. It's unfortunate that his name is even involved in that, but it's still a developing story. Cole on a pole match, Danny says. Very, very funny. Yes. Super weird. Super weird. I don't know if that's intentional, but Brock's doing it. Brock's doing business. I don't think Brock is maliciously saying, "Hey, let me in their titles," but it's really, really weird. Ricochet getting a push. We'll see. They've stop Ricochet way too much. So, I don't know. I won't believe it till I see it, type of thing. Would you say it's a weak build for Mania? It's super weak build. 100% will. Super weak build. Apollo. I think they'll keep Apollo. Commander Aziz, though, I can see them letting him go. Jinder, I think they would keep. Shanky, I can see him go. Shinsuke, they would keep. Rick Boogs. on the fence. Robert Roode, I think they would keep. Some NXT stars, that wouldn't surprise me. Thank you. Shoosh. He got a lot of heat yesterday, actually, which is good. He got a lot of heat. WWE can't afford to release anyone. I agree, but they probably will. Who does better karaoke, Hogan or Flair? Well, based on a recent video that was shown on his birthday, looks like Flair is the party animal. How is Eric Bischoff and Vince Russo doing? Do you still keep in contact with them? I haven't talked to Bischoff in a while. And Vince and I, we have 3 shows a week, every single week. Vince Russo and I have 2 live shows and 1 tape show. Legion of Raw, Writing with Russo, and The Bro Show with DDP. So I talk to Vince multiple times a week. Outside of wrestling too. Very, very nice. Vince is a super cool guy. Ric Flair needs to slow down at his age. I agree, Ricky. 76 years old, still wooing up. Do I see Ted Turner ever going to the WWE Hall of Fame? That's actually a good question. Chris, that's what I'm talking about, with Flair hanging out at Hogan's spot during his birthday. That's a good question, Elvis, actually. Ted Turner. That would be very interesting. Ted Turner went to the Hall of Fame. I don't think so, but that would really be interesting. Yeah, Flair's 73. I was thinking of Vince. Yeah, he's 73. He was born in 1949. Vince was born in 45, I think. Somewhere around there. Surprised K's never texted. Yeah, I agree. He used to text me back all the time immediately. So I don't know if he got a different number. I gotta get his new number. I don't know. There's actually some we're working some media things out now. As far as potentially going this year, they were interested in me going this year to Mania. So we shall see. Ask that question in a couple of weeks, and I'll give you a better answer. We shall see. Chad Gable has become annoying. I think was what you meant. When he's talking to thank you. And you Hulk Hogan get divorced again. He's got a new girlfriend. Yeah, Sky. His new girl. Vince still works out daily. Yes, he does. For so many years he was juicing, so you better work out. So that doesn't turn into flob. Yeah, he's meant to be annoying. Chad Gable is. Okay. A few more left. What you got? A few more left. And then I'm gonna call it a night. I've had long days, still recovering from my car accident that I had last week. And give me some rest. Well needed rest. Yesterday was super busy. Worked 8 hours, and then went to got something to eat. Then went to Raw from 8 to 11. Oh, after 11. Well, actually, I got there at 6, about 20 minutes to 7. So I was there from about 20 minutes to 7 to about 20 after 11. So almost 5 hours. And then I had to then I drove home quickly, and then I had to do the rest of the post show with Vince Russo. So it was really, really busy. Today, worked all day as a therapist, went to the gym, got some food for my wife and I, and then I've been prepping for the show since around 8:30. Doing the graphics, doing the flyer, getting the intros together. Lots of work that comes behind these shows, ladies and gentlemen. I'm better. Thank you for asking, Ricky. I'm better. Still super sore though. Still having headaches. Not as stiff, but probably a couple notches down. And unfortunately, there's times where it's like at a 6, 5, 6. I mean, it doesn't get lower than that, unfortunately. But a lot of times, at least once a day, I'm up to like 8 or 9 level. It's pretty bad. Next for Natty, the same. Making somebody else look good. Chances that Alexa Bliss may get a push. They usually find some way to put her in and make her relevant. So I can see her being in that, being relevant again. Staying relevant. She's always been relevant. Jeff Hardy's on his way. I can see that. He actually spoiled that he is going to AEW. What did the hospital say when you went? Just gave me an update of what's going on and what happened and how and all the damage that it's possibly done and what came about with that. Nebraska beat the Ohio State tonight. Shocked me, major upset. Nebraska only had 9 wins. That is an upset, but at the end of the day, Ohio State will get a seed. They'll make the playoffs. They'll get a decent seed this year. Which Ohio State, they had an opportunity to stay in the top 25, but it definitely seems like they'll be unranked after that loss. Who gets better, Dana or Tamina? I don't know. I do agree. They're just continuing to bring in old WWE stars. They got fired in the WWE because they weren't, impressive enough for causing any steam. Granted, you can find a diamond in the rough from an X release. When Rhino was released and went to TNA, it helped him, come back, especially Christian. When he was released with the TNA, helped him come back. Drew, when he was released and went to TNA, he was in TNA. Then he came to WWE and was doing some indie shows in Europe. And when he left WWE and started doing a lot on his own to get his name out there, he became a huge buzzing factor. When AEW started, people were saying they were going to take down WWE. That was wishful thinking negatively. It was bad wishful thinking. So, all right, PFP Nation, if that is it, I am going to close it up. Ladies and gentlemen, 518 episodes in the books. We're actually 3 weeks away from our 10th year anniversary show. Yes, I did see that Edwards turned heel and went to Honor No More, which makes sense because he's an ROH guy. You know, he was an ROH guy before he was an Impact guy. With the American Wolves, him and Davey Richards. So it makes sense of him joining an ROH talent. He's actually more seasoned in ROH than all the other members of Ring of Honor. Or Honor No More, I should say. All right, y'all. I'm going to head on out. 518 episodes in the books, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to get me some much needed rest. Much deserved and much needed rest, ladies and gentlemen. So, be sure to love your neighbor and hit the gym so you can get guns of steel like this, baby. Yeah? I don't think you really experienced. That's what happens when you work out, okay? So be sure to work out and work out very well, okay? All right, y'all, I'm out of here, man. Y'all be blessed and be a blessing. And until next week, enjoy Rika Wrestling. God bless. And always remember, I do it for you. Have a good night, everybody.